I've got an important message for you today. Since the election of the O'Farrell government in March 2011, we've seen a number of attacks on important workplace rights here in New South Wales. These affect you. The freezing of wage increases below the rate of inflation. The slashing of the powers and independence of the New South Wales Industrial Relations Commission in a way which removes the ability of unions to properly represent their members. Abolishing the powers of the Industrial Relations Commission to arbitrate on a wide range of matters, whilst at the same time curtailing the right to strike by increasing the fines on unions by up to $220,000 a day. Taking away the power of the Industrial Relations Commission to include in awards and agreements issues to deal with staffing levels. That is very close to home to nurses. They're also slashing thousands of public sector jobs without any consultation and at the same time reducing redundancy payments. They're introducing competitive unionism in an attempt to divide and conquer unions and reduce wages and conditions of their members. Importantly, the New South Wales Commission of Audit recommendations around removing any arrangements or staffing conditions from awards, such as nurse-to-patient ratios, will have a very deleterious effect on your ability to provide safe patient care. You know that in 2010 and 2011, you took important, serious industrial action to try and get the government to agree to nurse-to-patient ratios. You were successful. We obtained the funding for an additional 1,400 full-time equivalent nurse and midwives position in our public health system as a result of your industrial action. That's now at risk. The New South Wales Commission of Audit, at Recommendation 22, wants to take away your rights to have nurse-to-patient ratios and reasonable workloads contained within your enforceable award conditions. For that matter, they want to take it away from police, fire, ambulance, emergency services, prison services, and anywhere else in the public sector where there are important staffing ratios put there for not only the safety of workers, but the safety of community. We have a short period of time to try and send a very strong message to the government, your members of Parliament, that this is the wrong thing for them to do. They should reject Recommendation 22. You can make a difference. You can assist the Nurses Association. The proposal in Recommendation 22 is to revert to where we were in 2001, at the complete whim of management. And whilst we know that local management has all of the best interests of patients in mind, they are ultimately subject to the power of the Treasury and the budget. We can't afford to go back to that 2001 position where nurses were leaving the public health system in droves. Nurse-to-patient ratios has been a very important win. We need you to help us to fight to retain it. There'll be other campaign activities coming very soon as well. Some of you will be asked to go and visit your local Member of Parliament in person. A strong message about the importance of nurse-to-patient ratios being able to be enforced by you via your award is critical to make sure that those Members of Parliament know that it's in their best interests, it's in the interests of the people who voted for them, that you retain your rights under the award to make sure there are enough nurses to look after the patients in your care. Please join with us in the important campaign Defend Nurse to Patient Ratios, Reject Recommendation 22.